Okay, so this video is going to be like my top, I guess, first date mistakes that I see a lot of guys make. First dates over the years I've gotten pretty good at because since I focused so heavily on dating for the past like 11 years, I had to figure out strengths and weaknesses and what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so the biggest mistake that I see typically guys make on first dates is they actually try to get to know the woman. Now, I know that you might think that that sounds counterintuitive, where you go, well, what the hell does that mean? I'm here on this date to meet this woman for the first time. What do you mean I'm not supposed to try to get to know her? Okay, listen. When you try to get to know a woman and you ask questions about her, and it's like you're taking active interest in her personality, it puts the whole conversation in this like logical question and answer frame, and it's pretty hard for her to start to feel anything. You have to remember, when it comes to attraction, and specifically when it comes to first dates, women feel, okay? It's not like they're trying to consciously think about this stuff. It's all about how they feel. So you're not going in to get to know her, okay? And by you not going in to get to know her, she tries to take an active interest in getting to know you. Now, you might be wondering, well, how does that benefit you, or how does that benefit the guy in any way, shape, or form? Well, it benefits the guy for two reasons, okay? The first thing that it's going to do is it lets her slowly discover you page by page. You have to remember, think of it like a movie, right? Or think of it when a woman gets like hooked in reading a book, okay? She's like reading a book and she's obsessed, right? Women fall in love through words, right? Movies, stories, novels. She needs to discover you page by page, where the mystery is over. Once the mystery is over and she feels like she either has your full investment level, or she feels like she's already learned everything about you and there's nothing left to gain, that's when the relationship's over. So by you not asking her a bunch of questions about her to get to know her, she naturally starts to want to ask you questions to get to know you. This is good because women's nature by default, they are curious. And they're always trying to plan things. They're curious and they're always trying to plan things. What's next? What are we doing next? Well, why did he say that? Why does he think that? Why didn't he say that? What's he like? What was his past like? What was his past girlfriends like? They just want to know things. That's the funniest thing about women, is they all want to know things, and it doesn't really even have a rhyme or reason. It's like they just feel good knowing things, okay? So like the more she gets to just know you slowly on her own terms, it feels like you're not qualifying yourself and you're letting the relationship unfold naturally. That's the first reason why it's best to not try to get to know her very much. So you might be wondering, well, okay, so what's the second reason? Well, the second reason is because it puts you in the present moment and you can focus on what's going on, task at hand, which puts you in the present moment, which allows you to step into your calming, present, natural masculine energy. Let me give you an example. Let's say the first date, I don't know. I don't care if you guys go on a walk. I don't care if you go bowling. I don't care like what you do. It really doesn't matter. Any guy that thinks the activity matters, you don't understand how women operate, right? The activity doesn't matter. What matters is that it's authentic and congruent to you, okay? It's authentic and it's congruent to you, okay? Back home when I lived in North Dakota, I had a pontoon. So some of my first dates, I'd go boating, right? And I just had a pontoon and I'd float down the river in my hometown. And let's say I pulled into like one of the bays or like an inlet where people like drop their anchor and just hang out. If I did that, you know, maybe like I'd sit there and I'd tease her like, oh, I bet you can't dive in, jump, right? Let's do a cannonball. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We both go. And then she doesn't do it because she's scared, and she's getting closer and thinks she's going to jump off, and then she gets scared again. I go, oh, ready? 1, 2, 3. Right? Small stuff. You keep the date focused on the environment, the situation, and fun and games. So when you do that, she feels very calm and very secure with you, because you're not putting her in this like mental headspace where she has to think of what to say next. And now the date doesn't feel like an interview. It feels like a cooperative, fun experience where the thing that you're doing is the thing of focus. Right, and then in the meantime, if you guys do something for 30, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, I don't even really care how long the date goes. Naturally through it, she's going to ask you things about you. You know, then if you want to ask a quick follow-up, yeah, what about you? That's how nonchalant and effortless. So that's one of just the first big mistake I see is like guys go into an environment that isn't favorable to them. So like, let's say they ask her for drinks, even though he doesn't want to go to do drinks. Well, that's not a favorable environment. Another thing is a lot of guys are doing like sit down dates, but yet they don't even really want to sit down and talk one-to-one. Like me personally, I don't want to sit at a table and talk one-to-one. I don't even really want to do that with a dude, even if he's my friend. Like, I'd rather us go do something, right? So it's like anytime you do something, hey, let's go do archery, let's go paddleboarding, let's go jump in the pool, let's go on the river, let's go longboarding, let's go mountain biking, let's go do something. It puts the focus on the event. First date mistake is trying to get to know her. When you stop trying to get to know her and you focus on the moment, she tries to get to know you. Okay, so that's the first thing overall. The next biggest mistake that I see guys make on first dates would be this. Okay, so the next biggest mistake that I see guys make on first dates is just putting this like weird over amount of emphasis on needing to like have the date like escalate or like needing to kiss her. This is completely terrible. Talk about just a massive anxiety-filled experience. So it's like, here you are meeting this woman for the first time. Maybe you two throw a few good, flirty lines or good eye contact back and forth. Cool. Like, whoop-de shit. I mean, wow. But to put all this emphasis on yourself that, oh, at some point I have to hold her hand or at some point I have to kiss her. It's like, no, you don't. It's not like she's going to magically like you more because of that. So, like, it just ruins the whole vibe of the whole date. Just have good energy. If you're boating, focus on the boat. Focus on jumping in and doing a cannonball. If you're bowling, you can make fun of her bowling form or tease her about that, and she'll probably make fun of yours, and it's good amount of banter back and forth. Then once the date's over, if you want to keep seeing her, you can just be cool as a cucumber, super nonchalant, super laid back. You say, hey, you want to come kick it at my place? We'll watch a movie. Hey, you want to come kick it at my place? We'll, if you have a swimsuit, we can hot tub. Right, like have something to do at your house. But she'll understand. And if she declines and says, oh, I'd really like to, but, I got to work tomorrow or whatever, all you do is just instantly exit. Say, yeah, that's fine. All good. Oh, okay, cool. You're almost dismissive. You're quick to walk away. And you're not quick to walk away in a rude way like, oh, yeah, that's fine. A lot of guys do that. It's not like you're trying to get butthurt, but you're just okay to withdraw. You're like, yeah, all right, no biggie. Yeah, no problem. All good. And what's probably going to happen is when she sees how quick you're willing to walk away and you're not like needy. Now, when you show that you're willing to walk away from the date or you're okay with it just ending and you have this nonchalant energy, like you don't need to get laid, like you don't care, that also makes it seem like you're in abundance. And it's like, yeah, I would have kept hanging out with you, but you got to work tomorrow. Cool. Now, what's going to happen most likely when you two go home is she's going to now text you and she's going to say, hey, I had a great time. I'd love to hang out with you again. Because why wouldn't she want to? You already met her minimum attraction level or her like attraction threshold. Like she already went out on the date with you. You were laid back and easy to talk to. And it's not like you were weird, okay? Because you just basically like hung out and had fun. And then when it was over, it was time to go home and you were okay with that. And you don't show like you're attached or need someone to go home with or lay down with. Like you're fine to just go lay down by yourself and go to bed. So that's like another huge secret is like you don't need to escalate. These guys who are like, oh, I tried kissing her after the date. It's like, for what? Did you need a kiss that damn bad? Like, why? I mean, what do you need to kiss her for? In fact, I even think sometimes like the only way it's okay to really kiss like that on the date is like if you two are both like, you both have that energy and that vibe, where you two are maybe like looking at each other and you can tell like she's leaning in and she wants to kiss you, right? Or you can tell like it's just the right setting. Okay, cool. But to act as if this is like a progression of like step one, I have to do this. Now step two, this has to happen. Oh no, it's getting to the end of the date. I better hurry up and kiss her. It's like, no, You have her number and she has yours. Like, is this the last week you're going to live in that city? Are you never going to see her ever again? No, she could text you or you could call her or whatever. But a lot of this is an energy. Okay, so you can tell the way I'm even delivering this message, it's like a good laid back energy. And that's what she needs to see, okay, especially to master a first date. Okay, so needing to escalate. As soon as you need or you think the date has to escalate, that's when it won't, and you're going to come off with the wrong energy. The second that you don't give a shit if you get a kiss or not is the second now that she's like comfortable, like, yeah, let's go back to your house, or I'd like to go see you again, or I'd like to go out on a second date, or maybe she even leans over and kisses you, or she says, when do I get to see you again? Like, make this easy on yourself by not overthinking and not caring about a bunch of crap. Like, that's the problem, is guys care about a bunch of stupid crap, and you don't need to. All a waste of time. All these text messages. Oh, so I text her this and that and this and that, and it's like, shut up. Just, how about don't text at all? How about break your phone in half for a day? How about that, you know? Now, the last first date mistake that I constantly see is feeling the need to text her after the date and tell her that you love seeing her and you had a great time. No. You don't need to say any of that shit. Like, none. Like, quit. Put your phone away. What do you need to tell her that for? Had a great time. It's like, shut up. Hey, it was so great meeting you. I really had a great time. Would really like to see you again sometime. Yeah, next. She's like, bleh, puke. Your best bet is to honestly learn how, like, I'm not trying to sound like a condescending, arrogant ass right now, but your best bet really, man, is to just learn how to put your phone away and just shut the fuck up. It really is. Just put it in your dresser drawer and don't open it for a day. Don't open it for the rest of the night. That's your best bet, okay? Because this is what you have to understand about women, is women are hypergamous, okay? If you even think about pregnancy, right, like, you think of it this way, right? You hear, like, you know, men, their dating or mating strategy is, like, unlimited access to as many different options as they can, okay? A woman's, you know, dating strategy in general is hypergamy, getting that one guy. Well, the reason being is because if a woman gets pregnant, obviously she's only pregnant by one specific guy. So she wants the best guy she can get, and just that one. So when you understand that women are hypergamous, you will stop chasing completely, because you'll realize that when you're her best option, she does all of the pursuing. Listen, I've had girlfriends, I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart, so like you know it. I have had girlfriends where the first 4 to 6 months, literally, I've had girlfriends where after that first date, I did not send a single follow-up call or text message first once. The woman did 100% of the pursuing. Every text message, every next time she wanted to hang out, she'd ask me if I'm free this Saturday or if I'm free on Friday. She would do it. She'd say, am I going to get to see you this weekend? The whole time. I'd have to do literally nothing. So, like, when you actually understand that women are hypergamous, right, you realize that there's no point in sending these, like, follow-up messages and all this type of stuff, because she will text you if she wants to. And if she doesn't text you, there's your answer. You weren't her best option. Because if you were her best option, she would have. So, you know, I have, like, the mindset, like, after that first date, I might never see you again, and that's fine. If I never hear from you again, so be it. You know, if a guy says, isn't that a bit harsh or isn't that a bit cold? It's not. It actually helps the love experience for her, because women are hypergamous. So this helps her know that you're pre-selected and that you're not needy. Okay, so when I quit doing the whole, oh, had a great time, love to see you, blah, blah, years ago, then all of a sudden they're the ones who after the date say, hey, I had a great time, I'd love to see you again, thank you so much for the food or whatever. So this is just some of the mistakes that I see, is like guys not understanding that, like, your stillness, your ability to sit still and not do anything, or your ability to sit still and not need to text her, your stillness, your calmness is your masculine energy. And a woman will never categorize you as alpha until you are not emotionally reactive. That is what an alpha is or does in her eyes, is he doesn't react. She might call him or text him. He don't feel the need to call unless he wants to. She might ask him 5 questions. he maybe answers 3 of them because he didn't like the other 2, and he don't even care to answer them, and he don't care. He's not going to react. He doesn't react to her. You'll see this if you have like a really clingy girlfriend, right? If you have a really clingy girlfriend, maybe you're out maybe you're out to eat with your family or friends, or you're out with your friends or something. And you'll notice that if she wants to get a hold of you, she'll text you once, and then she'll call you, and then she'll try sending you a social media reel or message or a funny video, and then she'll call again to try to get your attention. Now, if you start reacting to all of those, she knows that you're now reacting to her. And then once you're reacting to her, she stops reacting to you. A guy who understands this stuff will look at all those messages and still not feel the need to call or text back until he's done hanging out with his friends. Then he'll say, hey babe, saw you called. But not until it's on his own terms, because he's not reactive. So this is what you have to understand. These lessons I'm teaching you, man, these are internal lessons. You can't fix this with more money. You could have a bank account with all the money in the world, man. It's not going to fix these problems that I'm teaching you. You could have all the high status, and you could have a bunch of followers and all that. You could have 100,000 or 1,000,000 followers. I don't care. You ain't going to learn this stuff. Having added clout, having added money, you ain't going to learn that. Even getting better looking, you ain't going to learn these internal lessons. Internal lessons is what counts with women if you want to retain the relationship. I advise you to take these core lessons even a step further. I really do. I advise you to join us in the community that I built so I can help you learn, understand, and master the language of women. I have an end-to-end process you can copy paste into your dating life and start to use, and I believe I teach these lessons better than anybody. I really do believe that. I believe I am the best at teaching this. So yeah, join us inside of that. I do think you'll love it. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.